Karl Rove was President Bush's closest advisor for almost 2 terms in the White House. So close, in fact, he earned the nickname Bush's Brain.
Bush did not lie about Iraq.
Critics say Rove used courage and consequence to put the best possible spin on key events like the Iraq War and whether Bush lied to the American people that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction, something Rove says even rival Democrats thought Saddam had.
At that moment, we as a nation were faced with the belief that he had WMD, that he was a threat to the stability of the region.
You say
if the president lied, if President Bush lied, then President Clinton lied, Senator Clinton lied, Senator Kerry lied.
In the book, Rove writes, would the Iraq War have occurred without WMD? I doubt it. Congress was very unlikely to have supported the use of force resolution without the threat of WMD.
You don't have to be too big a cynic to say, well, of course they beat the drums about WMD.
The president was restrained. The president said, I don't, if there are things that we don't have confidence in, we're not going to say them.
Rove also comes out swinging against critics who accuse him of running smear-based election campaigns for Bush.
That's a pretty nasty view of the American voting public. It assumes that these people are easily misled.
The most notorious of the so-called Rove dirty tricks allegedly took place in South Carolina during the 2000 presidential primaries, when he's accused of orchestrating a rumor that Bush opponent John McCain was the father of an illegitimate black baby girl. Karl Rove says he had nothing to do with the smear and that McCain missed an opportunity to turn the ugly rumor to his advantage.
John McCain said, I'm a victim, and was angry and complained about it and pointed the finger at Bush when he had no evidence whatsoever that Bush was behind it.
But it's hard to turn a smear into a positive.
No, it isn't.
It's an artful process.
Well, but it's doable.
But while Rove denies involvement in any smears, some prominent Republicans have pointed the finger directly at him over South Carolina. This whole thing, it was orchestrated by Rove, according to Roy Fletcher, John McCain's deputy campaign manager. While Matt Latimer, a former Bush speechwriter, said of Rove, he was what all the liberals said he was, the villain, and to make matters worse, a clumsy one at that. To Americans, Karl Rove is either a political genius or a political pariah, depending on their point of view. He uses the book to defend Bush-era politics, from waterboarding to the Valerie Plame affair, where the CIA operative's name was leaked to the media. Earlier reviews suggest there's nothing new in the book, but it does set the stage for the eagerly awaited White House memoirs of Vice President Dick Cheney and, of course, of President Bush himself. John Terrett, Al Jazeera, Washington.